Alrighty guys, today I'm going to be telling you exactly what you need to be doing right now in Madden 26 to prepare for the Sugar Rush promo that we are expecting to come out next Thursday. Let's get right into it. So first of all, we're going to start over here on the game, and then we're going to go over to the computer and show you guys some information from past year's program. So the biggest thing right now that people are going to be telling you, and they're going to be harping on and screaming from the mountaintop, anybody telling you that you need to be preparing from zero for Sugar Rush is going to be stacking up training. Right now in my item binder, if I just go through some of the training that I've got just from cards sitting, I can go ahead and show you guys how much training I currently have, and then let you know what kind of target I'm setting for myself to go ahead and buy. Because if you guys do not know, while I'm sitting here doing this, I'll just explain it. Sugar Rush program, basically just, zero chill, but with bright colors. That's really the best way I can describe it. It's the zero chill program, a little bit less hype, bright colors, and it's only for 2 weeks, not even 2 full weeks. 10 days is what the expected program is going to be. Usually starts on the Thursday before, or on the upcoming Thursday is when we're expecting it, because it's 10 days out from Easter Sunday, that being when the Easter eggs or Easter egg baskets, whatever you would like to refer to them as, are going to open. Again, it's called Sugar Rush, not Easter, but just makes it a little bit easier when I'm sitting here trying to explain it to call those cards that. But training, again, biggest thing is that is going to be the biggest thing you're going to need. Right now, I've got over $1 million plus in training sitting in my item binder. My target me personally, as far as what I'm wanting to have, it's going to be roughly around that 2 to 3 million training range, and we'll go ahead and show you guys why. So heading on over to the computer, because that's basically all you really can do on the game right now, besides a few things. We'll go ahead and show you guys when we get there. So going ahead and taking a look at last year's program is really going to be the best way we can prepare for this current year's program. So Sugar Rush Part 1, obviously we had some different names. The names might not necessarily matter. They may matter to you when we actually get them, but just a few key points in the program to point out. Welcome pack, we expect this for basically every card, and we are expecting to get one of these welcome pack players, because if I go to my previous video titled What's Next in Madden 26, that'll obviously just be linked down in the description below. If I go here, I had a link to one of the EA articles, which is talking about the cards that are expected to be coming, or what's expected to be coming. We are going to be getting an 88 overall hatchling just by logging in, very similar to what this welcome pack reward will be. Last year Andrew Whitworth was an 89, and he's going to be able to be upgraded using Carrot currency, I believe, is what we can be using to upgrade them, or we will get hatchling collectibles. Now the key point in here is it says snag even more hatchlings by winning in the Sugar Rush head-to-head and CPU events. Does that mean that the CPU and head-to-head events will get us multiple different cards, or will it just be, in my opinion, I think just one of each, maybe with a refresh of technically two, one card in the CPU, or 2 cards in the CPU event, 2 cards in the head-to-head event, and maybe they boost very similar to what these brand new Larry Allen and Calvin Johnson cards do to the other Sugar Rush players. We will obviously just have to wait and find out. And then also complete challenges and objectives in this Field Rush Sugar Pass to earn carrots and egg baskets. The one interesting thing about that is last year we actually had a Field Pass player reward, and I believe this was one of the few programs that actually had this. I think we had a few of these last year. We have not had those this year, but we have gotten welcome pack items and then earning upgradable or upgrade tokens in the Field Pass. So think very similarly to the what's his name, Michael Vick, that we just had for Team of the Year. So the other thing to note with these cards, of course, the welcome pack card, the Field Pass card, and then basically all of the champions, even some of the heroes and elites, and we've started to see this, or most of the heroes, none of the elites, but we started to see this with the Ring of Honor cards over here in Madden 26. Like if I go take a look at a 95 overall Ring of Honor card, where I've got a card in here somewhere, I believe it's Bobby Wagner, but if we go ahead and take a look at, I just hit NFL honors, Jesus, I meant Ring of Honor. Have you guys done that at all? I've done that, I think, a million times. But if I go ahead and take a look at Bobby Wagner, wherever he is right here, He's a 91 overall, but he comes with baked on abilities. Now, his are only going to last basically until this program is over, so how useful that will be with Sugar Rush, not entirely sure. But last year, if we go ahead and head on back to my computer, you can see that these lower overall cards had baked on abilities. This Mike Hughes, I remember having him on the team because he had baked on 0 AP pick artist. Very, very, very good. Same thing with like a Kalijah Canty. He had secure tackler, very needed last year late in the game. And then the champions had 2 baked on abilities. Again, very similar cadence to what we're seeing right now in the game. If I go back over here to this Cam Chancellor, the only difference, he only has 1 baked on ability. Oh, no, sorry. He does not have baked on abilities at all. My apologies. But what he does have is multiple 0 AP ability slots. His first slot going to be -3 AP, this slot going to be -2 AP, and then this one being a season 7 bucket. That is the other difference between this year's game and last year's. So basically, I feel like the cadence is going to be very similar, but the other thing to keep in mind is these cards last year, they had Sugar Rush buckets, which were 0 AP Sugar Rush buckets. I do not expect us to get those. I think they will just stay with the old typical, hey, here's your seasonal discount ability buckets. It's in the Season 7 program, so you get a Season 7 0 AP bucket. What could be very huge with this Sugar Rush promo is we could get cards, maybe even the LTDs, where one bucket is a Sugar Rush 0 AP bucket, and the other one is a 0 AP Season 7 bucket. But my personal opinion, I think if they were to do something similar to that, they would just give us Sugar Rush X Factors, kind of like what we have with the Ring of Honor X Factors. So enough yapping about that. Again, 2 AP ability buckets with 2 baked on abilities. That's kind of what we saw last year. I do not really expect that for the champions. Maybe the champions, we maybe get 1 baked on ability, maybe, but you also have to think last year, Sugar Rush, when it dropped, it was a whole extra, like, what is that, 20 days out. We are getting Sugar Rush first and then All-Star Athletes. Last year it was reverse, so keep that in mind as well. Now, this is where it gets really, really interesting. The reason why I'm telling you guys to save up some of your training. Shout out to Moshi. I was not recording content as far as the store goes, so I will link this video and his channel down below. So make sure to go ahead and check him out because he went through and actually showed all of the store offers. If I go ahead and take a look, where is this at? I know I saw him open one of these Sugar Rush packs in the store last year. The training rolls, 30,000 training, got you a 90+ overall Sugar Rush player. So I think the card he pulled out of here was a base 90, and that was 450 carats. So 450 carats, and he got that out of 30,000 training. So if you had yourself 2 million coins, or 2 million training, sorry, and you got or you could open and and they were 30,000 to open. That's 66 roughly packs. I mean, I'm trying not to say 6-7, but if you got a total of 450 carats every single time, that's 30,000 carats to start off the game. And then if we go ahead and take a look at the field pass right here, that could have got you last year a brand new 98 overall Sugar Rush fantasy pack player for absolutely free. Taking a look at the rest of the Sugar Rush store, what you could have gotten again off of last year's prices, so keep that in mind. You could have got, I mean, what is that, at least 20 90+ overall Sugar Rush players. You could have gotten all of the Sugar Rush 95 overall cards, all of the B&Ds, of course, because that is the other thing. You can just go ahead and take these B&D cards outright, and if we get 2 drops of this, you would be able to actually go ahead and earn yourself all, or I shouldn't say all 2, but both of those B&D Sugar Rush cards. Now, the other thing was actually how much the store was going to cost as far as baskets go. Now, as far as the basket method, going to be very similar to what it was for Zero Chill, so just keep that in mind. In the Zero Chill method, for anybody that is new or is curious, that was going ahead and opening up all of the all of the extra large presents, and then the large presents, and then basically just re-rolling your snow, anything that's not an LTD quick selling in. It's really what it's going to lead to is a lot of people not really pulling a ton of LTD. So then that is the next point. What do you need to be doing to prepare? If you are a person that knows, hey, I do not really care about opening up the Easter eggs or the egg baskets or egg hunting, what you can do, and this could put you out in front of the game of everybody else, is you can try your best to just stack up coins, whether that's playing events or playing head-to-head online seasons. Because once those cards drop, which they're going to drop on April 5th, I believe, is when it said in this article. Yeah, it says it right here in this article. April 5th is when these eggs will hatch with special rewards. That's when we're going to get a lot of LTD cards. If you guys were unfamiliar with how it went this year with Zero Chill, basically all of the LTDs that dropped were all their base quick sell price. If you don't know what that means, any LTD in the game sells for quick sells for 350,000 coins, and they were basically selling for 400,000, which after the EA auction house tax was only a 10,000 coin profit if you went ahead and held all of those eggs. And really, is it worth all the time and stress? I guess that's kind of up to you. I'm going to be doing it just for content reasons, but keep that in mind. You can get yourself way ahead of the game if you already have coins stacked up, and then go ahead and buy back your team once all of that Sugar Rush content actually goes ahead and opens on April 5th. So basically the two paths I would recommend taking: hey, stack up your training, get yourself ahead of the game, being able to go ahead and just on launch open up as many of those training reroll packs, because who knows, we could get a glitch, but opening up all of those training reroll packs, and then hey, maybe you get lucky, maybe, because that's bare minimum. If you pulled a 90, it's the worst card you could have pulled last year, you would have been able to open up both of the 98 overall packs and then some, or open up all of the Easter eggs with that. So keep that in mind. Those are the ways I would go ahead and prepare right now for the Sugar Rush program. Go ahead, buy yourself your training, or go ahead and stack up your coins to prepare to be a vulture and pounce whenever content actually drops on April 5th and get yourself ahead of the game. Now, keep in mind, boys, this program is going to run into all-star athletes. When we get closer to that, I'll drop a video going on what you need to do to prepare for that. But just keep in mind, if we get those cards and they're only with season 7 buckets, those could become outdated shortly. So keep that in mind. So I hope this video did help you guys. If it did, let me know by leaving a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and it's been all for Dynamic, y'all. I'm out. Peace.